premarital counseling. What things entail premarital counseling? I know that one of the things that premarital counseling does is to help you know your, I mean, if it's a man, the strength of your sperm.
If counseling is taking 6 months, sex should take like 2 months to discuss.
And what things are we discussing?
Listen, you need to discuss even what is orgasm.
Oh yeah. Don't say because the person is handsome, because the person is educated, because the person is slanging, because the person is able to pray in church like a prayer warrior, the person is an instrumentalist, the person is good at singing. I think those are obsessions.
It is when you get into the marriage that both of you, especially when you both are novice, it's when you get into the marriage that you learn the sex by yourself. You see, okay, let me use DNTN and the wife. DNTN, when you look at their height, DNTN is just a little taller than the wife. When you look at me and my husband, like it's like, so styles that would be okay for DNTN and the wife will not be okay for.
But at least we have different styles.
No, that's why I'm saying
So
that
let them
you
talk
don't tell them
about
the
it.
styles to do. The styles you may tell them.
Is the fear that they are likely to practice? Is that
That one
the
is
fear?
there.
Is that the
No,
fear?
that one is
What
there.
if they might have practiced before even getting
That one there is between the two of them.
Yes,
It's between the two of them.
sex-
How many people get married as virgins
sex
anyways?
Yeah.
So that one there, it is not a bit that even at the counseling, they ask you, are you virgins? Okay, you have to be truthful to the counselor. Now, when counselors are counseling you
Or are
on
you
sex, are you pregnant? Even they do
People always
pregnancy
lie
test. As for
about
that one,
it.
they do. So if they ask you, are you virgins, and you say yes, they know how to talk to you about sex. And if they ask, are you virgins, and you say no, they already know that you already know the thing. But with that, they have a way they counsel you, because you know that if you have engaged in sex so much before marriage, if you are not careful, you enter into the marriage and you don't even enjoy the sex anymore, because it's like the thing that you are craving for, no, you are already enjoying it.
But
So,
sex is not the marriage. It complements it and makes it much better.
That's your mind. Somebody
No. In my sister's submission, she mentioned that sex plays
It plays
a major role in the marriage. So you have already said it.
Yeah.
You
It plays a
And
major
to
role.
buttress it.
So it is something that needs to be discussed
it needs
even
to be
more
discussed.
than anything else.
No,
When it
not
comes
more
to
than anything
counseling.
else.
Talk about its importance. Even when you are married and you don't have sex, it is not seen as married.
Yes.
So that's what we
Conjugate,
consummation.
Consummation.
So that tells
until
its
you
importance.
have sex. You can be married
Marriage
for
is
1
not
year.
marriage.
Until you have sex, your marriage is not.
Can be nullified.
It's not.
It can be nullified.
Yes.
I think there are some days after.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's 2
Those
years.
days.
After 2 years.
Is it 2 years? Is it up to 2
No,
years?
2 years is that
2
long.
years
is long.
No,
But I think it's
no.
fair.
I think
We are
the 2
supposed to be
years
married
is
forever.
when you are
And if they
married
give
and
you
your
2 years.
husband hasn't had sex with you
Yes.
for 2 years.
Yes.
The marriage is already dissolved.
Yes.
But to consummate it, I'm sure it's a month or.
See,
No,
when you
no,
get married and
Eh,
even you have issues, there are some couples who solve their issues through sex.
yes.
I don't know how.
They do it.
Me personally, I don't like that, because I feel like if we have the sex and we don't talk about the issue is still there.
There. Oh,
Okay,
that one is
so
true.
I feel like, but some people feel like if we have the sex, you know that I've forgiven you. That's why
So you
I've
don't
been
need
able
the
to.
matter. No, as for that one, it's fine.
But
It's not true.
there are people like that.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
feel like, oh, I have forgiven you. If I've not forgiven you, I wouldn't have even allowed us to have the sex in the first place. So sex in marriage, you can't do away with it. It plays a major role.
So
It
it
should be
discussed
talked about.
more.
Yeah.
It should
So
be discussed.
so means that you
No,
agree
doing
that
counseling.
it's discussed, but we don't go into detail. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I just feel like
Advance.
there's something that cannot be. That's something that
What is the
you
fear?
may.
That's
Yeah, my fear is for people who are novice. They
Once the person is a novice and has kept him or herself that
exactly.
when I get married, yes,
No,
it's not that short
you
period.
don't know. See, they have been in a relationship for 2 years. They didn't have the sex, but they didn't talk about sex.
And this social media world that
They didn't talk about sex.
Nobody knows.
Is it there that you are going to?
So is it at your pre-marital counseling that your counselor will teach you the styles?
No, she's
No, we are
not
saying
supposed
about
to
styles,
teach you,
so-
but they talk about it.
Listen, no, I'm not saying no, my dear. I'm not saying they need to discuss the sex positions during counseling. It can be
No,
discussed.
we are saying that
Fine.
we're talking about the same thing.
No, it can be
I
discussed.
think
Fine.
the details pertain to the
Yes,
decisions.
it can be discussed. Yes, but I'm saying that during counseling, sex should take. If counseling is taking 6 months, sex should take like 2 months to discuss.
And what things are we discussing?
What?
Listen, you need to discuss even what is orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Out.
Oh,
You
That's
understand me? Because we have a lot of women,
Yeah, I'm not
married
cutting
Who
women,
never
Who
Does
has
it show that 90% of women have not?
Reached orgasm before.
You understand it? So during counseling, the counselor need to explain what orgasm
Orgasm
is.
is.
and how to achieve it?
Yes.
And how to achieve
In
it.
either
Perfect. That is so true.
Okay,
Me, I'm
my
only
dear,
talking about the
my
style.
dear, let me talk.
And some of the
I'm
styles will
coming.
make you
I'm-
reach there.
My dear, let me come there. Let me see, before you can reach orgasm, you need to try positions like 5 or 6.
And me, girl, as I speak, I don't know.
You
I
understand
know
it?
only two.
Okay, I'll teach you later.
See?
You know,
Start telling him now.
oh, see, my dear, when it comes to sex education, it's very important.
We have Pentecostal.
We have to discuss this once during counseling. What is orgasm? How can you achieve
That's
orgasm?
what.
Let me tell you, even
Formula.
romance.
Out.
We need to talk about romance before sex.
Director, I think that we have to.
What is foreplay?
A new episode.
What is foreplay?
Eh,
When it
la.
comes to
Yeah, man.
foreplay, what is it about?
Bohobium.
You understand it? We need to discuss all these things during counseling so that before you marry the person, target for sex is not children, it's about orgasm. Let me tell you, when you reach orgasm,
Ow.
it's like you don't have anything to think about.
You can sell your property.
That is it. You understand
I'm
me?
not really
So a lot of women have not experienced it. So these are things that need to be taught and discussed during counseling.
Oh, yeah.
So that you know about what orgasm is, you know about some of the sex positions. If we have another program that we are supposed to discuss sex, I can give you 37 sex positions.
Child.
37.
You understand? 37 sex positions.
And I'll add 20.
And I'll add 70.
You understand me? So if you discuss about all these things during the counseling, you psychic your mind towards it. So that after
How
marriage,
about you? You add 50.
listen, after marriage, then you try this one, then you don't achieve orgasm. You can try another one to see.
Oh, yeah.
Do we even know G-spots?
Mama, now
We will get there. So
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I want us to
get there.
delve into other aspects. How about finances? How
Yeah.
about things to look out for? Finances, how to handle finances.
that.
Finance thing. It's one thing that's
I'm coming. Before that, when you look at your partner financially, what will you consider to say, okay, as for this one, I can cope, and this one is a no-no. This level of finance he has or she has, I can cope with it. Beyond which or below which I cannot stay. Are there such thresholds that people should look at when it comes to finances?
Whilst in relationship,
No, now before you say
Before you say yes.
So obviously you are looking at the finances, the financial
Yes,
status of
yes.
your partner.
yes.
And I think that the burden actually lies with the men.
yeah.
So when you look at your man, given his present financial status, is this something that you think you can cope
You can
with, or he has not met your target, and so what is that target that we can consider, so that if it is below that, or it differs from person to person?
Yeah, I think that it differs from person to person. Okay. Personally, I look out for a hardworking man, an ambitious person, someone who is not lazy. I don't really. I mean, who doesn't want money? If I meet an already made man, I would go in for,
Very well.
of course. But if you meet a man who is not lazy, ready to make it, there is a saying that women smell money from far.
This time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
yes.
see the
It's
future.
it's only when you are not a smart woman that you cannot tell that this guy will make it. But before you decide to get married, both of you should know that you can feed 2 extra mouths aside aside yourselves. That's the only time you should both decide that we want to get married. So you may be with the man now. You think that the man is, he's hardworking, or he's ambitious, he has vision, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. Yeah, he's trying. But you should ask yourself, if you get married and you give birth, can you both take care of the child? If it's a no, then you should wait. You don't go into marriage because you love the person. Because you see, finances are, it's one area that breaks marriages. Okay? Because women, the woman will marry you because at the time of she wants to get married. So far as you have the money to do the wedding and all that, she'll marry. But if she comes into the marriage and then she'll be unable to take care of her, she will leave. So me as a woman there, I would make sure that before I decide to marry this person, it should be someone who can take care of an extra mouth. That doesn't mean that as a woman I'm going to stay in the marriage and not do anything. No, but the majority of the responsibilities lies on the man. It is now that the woman's money also belongs to all of us. But before, the man's money is for all of us. The woman's money is for us.
her.
But now people, like a lot of women are now working. Before our mothers, you see, it's not like our mothers, they didn't want to work.
Cultural setting.
The cultural settings before, they,
Want to
yes,
go home.
to be home and take care of the kids. But now people want to live good lives. People want to live in good homes and all that. They want their kids to be in good schools. So women are working. Women are doctors, are lawyers, entrepreneurs, professionals doing things. And so, but even with that, still it has to be that the man's money should be able to take care of the family.
Yeah, the woman's will become backup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Because I think that the woman's money shouldn't be spent. It's something I always say. No, what I'm saying is that the woman's money
true.
should be a plan B. Something we fall on when we hit.
The rock bottom.
Because you see, if we are spending the man's money, we are spending the woman's money. Then when there is a problem, what do we fall on? So the man's money
But
should
I
be.
don't think that we should color the money.
Yes.
I don't think we should label the money.
No, we are not labeling the money. Or better still, some people decide that, okay, let's have a joint account.
Maybe percentage.
No,
A percentage of- No, so there's no, listen, a percentage of what we earn, a percentage of what we earn will go into that account.
So in that case, we
Then-
have not labeled the money.
Yeah, then but the man still needs to.
The reason I'm saying that is the temptation that when an issue happens, it's my money that we use for. Do you understand?
Yes,
So I don't want us to
Yeah.
label the money, or
Yeah.
I would suggest that
Yeah.
the money is not labeled as this is the man's money, this is the man's.
This is a woman's money.
Okay, I want to say that before you see a man, you meet as partners, the man should be able to earn a salary. Salary, it can be self-employed person having a own business, earning an income. Let me say earning an income, a stable income. Not someone who sits home and waits for a contract before he moves.
or bet, then
Bet,
so
no.
I know it.
If you meet like partners, you should know, okay, every month, if you guys disclose the actual amounts, because women, we have 4 eyes when it
We
comes
need
to
to talk
money.
about that. Remind me.
Women, we have 4 eyes
I have a problem with that.
when it comes to money. So at least you should know how much the person, your partner is, because the responsibility, I will say about 70 responsibility when it comes to the home is on the man. No matter what they do, that is why they are the men. For us, we support them.
We are support system.
We are
Your
support
help
system for you.
meet.
We are your support system.
When you get there, you know.
You know, we are the
Why
support
not?
system. But the men are to be
You are the
in charge.
man.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when you get to know about how much is coming, and let's say the person earns an income, it means the person, and another thing, how responsible the person is. Someone can be earning a huge amount of money that you know, oh, this guy is okay. When we get married, he can take care of me.
Yeah.
But all he does is to spend money on expensive shoes, perfume, and watches.
That's not even boy alone.
And he doesn't even think about you, the lady.
Or your children.
No, you are now in the steady stage.
Oh, okay.
Before counseling and the rest. That's
It's
what I'm talking
extravagant.
about. Yes. The money comes and he spends everything. If you are getting married to such man, you have to be prepared. That it comes, we blow or we stay empty, we start
from
again.
scratch.
Do you understand? So I would say maturity is also key when it comes to counseling.
Money,
It's something that needs to be talked or discussed during counseling. Yes, the money comes, but how much do you? If you find it difficult to tell me as a woman, your counselor should be able to ask this question.
Yeah.
So how much do you earn monthly?
Yeah.
Okay, I earn 1,000 cedis. Because let me tell you, when you're going for a loan, some of the questions they ask you, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So you go and the requirements for the loan, they will ask you if you are the breadwinner. They will ask you how many people you've employed.
Yeah.
They will ask you your expenditure and all that. Because they want to be sure that as you are earning, something is coming inside.
Pay.
You can repay the loan. The same when it comes to marriage. When I get married, the man is supposed to take care of the home, like the responsibilities. We women take care of the home, the upkeep of the home. That is,
Yeah.
the
programming.
Yes, that's how it was programmed before, but now it has changed.
Yeah.
So at least if the counselor get to know that, okay, this guy is earning 1,000 Ghana. You need to be saving towards marriage.
Yeah.
Saving towards marriage is not about the extravagant weddings. Before you be married, you need to have what you spend with your man for 6 to 1 year in your account, in an account. Money you'll be spending on food, utility, and hospital. If you have insurance, that is fine. You understand? You need to have all this money in your account before you even say I do. Because after you marry, it's when you understand what marriage is. But these days, we think about having 20 bridesmaids and 10 bridesmaids and being the talk of the town. Yes.
Serve
So
yourself.
if there's no income, steady income for the man before marriage, there'll be problem in the marriage.
I will also add to the fact that as much as the men are responsible for everything in the house, the man should be a giver, somebody who can easily give you money, because somebody may be earning more, yet he may find stingy, those stingy ones. And look out for somebody who has social intimacy. Social intimacy as in when you people are in gatherings, how the person is able to socialize with you. You should have emotional intimacy. That is not sexual intimacy. There should be that connection. Obi owo temama. Somebody who is empathizes with you, or what come out when you are going through something, even when you are going through menstrual pains, the person has that, oh sorry, like, oh empathy now. You know, some people don't really, they don't know those things, they don't care. I think it's high time men.
So that is where we said we will talk about.
Yes, premarital counseling. Men are supposed to be told. There are times in the month that your wife goes through this. When you get to know that your partner may have menstrual cramps, may have, some people cannot even work, some people look dry, they have mood swings. You should be able to have that in mind. The moment the person
We have
is
4
in that
moods.
state, yes, a lot of
We have
moods.
4. We have 4 moods.
We have a lot of that one dear. you get the emotional
I wish I had an
intimacy,
extra man here.
social intimacy. You should be able to have that communication intimacy. Be able to communicate everything. I don't like it, I like it, stop that, don't go for that. You should be
Red
you should
flags.
be yes, you should be firm on it. Don't be considerate before
Don't
you get
compromise.
don't compromise before you get to premarital. Even when you are doing premarital counseling, don't compromise. Don't say we are already here, so when I get to the marriage is not supposed to be endured. Marriage is supposed to be enjoyed. You need to have that in mind, because people are having interesting marriage, people are happy in their marriages, so it means everybody can be happy, but the two of you need to check out those things. The moment you hear that your partner is not able to give you 1,000 cedis to go to the hospital whilst you are doing premarital counseling, you should start thinking. Because you may get pregnant, you may have issues with your pregnancy, and the man will be somewhere. When he comes from home, he will see your belly like this. You should be checking those things. And somebody who will be like, hey, you came to visit me and you didn't cook for me. At that stage, you want to be fed. There are things you really, really need to put your mind to, because marriage is not a child's play. Before you say I do, look, my wedding night, the Saturday before we go to the altar, I had my friends with me. I was crying. They thought there was something wrong with me or there was something happening. No, there was nothing wrong. I was like, my dream running. Hey, we are meeting me. No, I was emotional. I went for, and I was so moody. I was not even chatting with my girls. Even in the morning when we were supposed to take some pictures,
The reality hit you.
The reality dawned on me.
Go you will never end.
No, you have to take everything. You must have a big stomach to contain a lot of things. Emotionally, socially, emotionally, you need to be very intelligent. You need to read between the lines. When you are already courting, the guy is always moody. When he comes back from where he has this, he's able to communicate better with other people than you. You should be thinking.
Okay. There was something you wanted to say.
Yes.
Emotions.
About the finances. They say you should marry a kind man and not a rich man.
Yeah.
Because
a kind man.
the man can be rich, as they said,
Kind.
but not kind. Somebody may not be rich. Can be both, can be rich and kind. Somebody may not be rich but kind. Somebody who may not be rich and not
Be kind. They are
be kind.
stingy.
So it's about marrying someone who is kind. Okay. And then the finances too. Me, I think that we should talk about at counseling. They should make you both talk about your finances. Like, it shouldn't be your salary or how much you earn at the end of the month shouldn't be hidden. Should be able to tell your partner, this is how much I earn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because
Willingly.
so that when you are planning for something, maybe your wife needs something. She knows that this is how much my husband earns. But if I don't know how much you earn, I don't even know what demands to make and what demands not to make. And then I believe that if one way we can also talk about finances and talk about it properly is that, one way talking about finances helps is that it helps you build your future together. Okay, if you know how much you earn, then you know how you are planning your life. You know what schools you can take your kids to. You know where you can buy a land. Though things may get better as along the line, but
There must be a plan, like
there must be a
intentional
plan.
plan.
Yes, there must be. And
Intentional ones.
I always say these are some of the things some of us didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went into marriage, we were just spending the money. Like,
Even if you open an account for your children before they are born.
exactly. We didn't know all these things because we were not taught at counseling. It was just by the grace of God that we came across some people who told us all these things before we started taking that step. But we didn't know that you must sit down with your partner and know how much you earn and plan. Okay, in the next 5 years, we want to be able to purchase a land. Let's open an account for the kids' education. In the next 10 years, we should be able to start developing the land. We didn't know but these are very important things that you need to discuss, because you'll be shocked that you are with a man and then you, the woman, you really want to get things done. You want to buy a land, and your husband seems unbothered.
Yeah.
No sense of urgency.
No sense, because you didn't discuss all these things. You didn't know that this is the kind of man
You didn't.
I married.
You won't
Finances should be discussed. Like, now that both men and women are working, you can decide, I think that I'll take care of the kids' school fees. I'll take care of there's maybe you can take care of the feeding at home. And all these things, they are very important. So that you don't go into the man will say, I'm the only one who does everything. Or the man will say that you earn more than me. You, the woman, you earn more. That thing is a problem. You, the woman, you earn more than me, so you should be doing more response. No, you should be able to talk about it. Who does what? What do we use this money for? Okay, we did a contract and we have this amount of money. What are we using it for? Like, it should be talked about before you decide to enter into the marriage. You should know what you will use your money for, how you split your money, what you'll be using the money for. You don't just go into, if not, you'll be there and then life will just hit you and then, Charlie, you don't know what to do to yourself. It's mistakes some of us have made, and Charlie.
Can you say that before you say you do, that you are waiting on the Lord to hear a voice from Him, that this is your partner, go for him, I've given you the go ahead. Does it happen that before you say you do, for you, your approach would be to expect to hear from God whether this person is for you? And is it really the case that God tells people that this and that is your partner?
Okay, I would say that, these days, I will use these days as an example. Or I would say even before, we just meet someone that you think you like. You pray about it, that this is the person I want to be with. This is the person I want to be with. Then you pray about it. God speaks to us in different ways. There are times that we see red flags and it's God speaking to you. We see red flags in relationship and it's God speaking to you because you think, I knew the person enough. I'm not sure he could do this to me. It's red flag that you need to back out. But we see it and we ignore because we are seriously in love. Yes, I would say that red flags are God speaking to you.
Yeah.
That you don't have to ignore, that you have to listen to and take a decision. There are some that you dream that you were married and you were with the person. There are some that there are dreams that you have whilst you've met the person. And I would say that we say we want a God-fearing man. We want God-fearing man, God-fearing man.
Woman.
Maybe the women know. I would say that word, that word, I don't want to talk much about that. I will leave it to them.
But does God really choose
Please,
partners for people.
no.
God doesn't choose you.
No, you go and make your own choice. Leave God out of this. That man
How
is
do we
sitting
leave God out of it?
there.
You
Leave
pray
him.
We
about
can't
it.
leave God out.
You-
No, you can't
see-
leave God.
When you pray, what are you
No,
praying
like
about? What are you saying?
don't go and put it on God that God is the one who chose that partner for you.
Okay.
Look, there are sacrifices that people made. They took the sacrifices to the altar. That is when you know if it is worthy or not. Whoever you want your husband to be, you can make him. And whoever you want your wife to be, you can make
Through the
him.
help of God.
That is where I'm coming to.
Yes.
You
I
see-
think I'm getting where you're going.
You see, if I go right now and I go and present whoever to God, that God, as your daughter, this is what I want. Over time, you get to see this is what I want versus this is what he is.
What I got. What I ordered and what I got.
So between those lines, you get to know that this is what I want doesn't suit this is what he's showing me. So it's a way that God is telling you this is not what
Yes.
I am giving you.
That's the red flag.
Yes.
You understand?
So
red flag. Yes.
it is up to you. When God is choosing him for you, you will get to know based on what he's made of. Based on what you want. Interestingly, if those times before we got married, if you had asked us what we wanted in a man, you knew,
True.
we didn't know.
Yes.
We didn't know what we wanted in a man. Aside he being handsome, tall, good looking, we didn't know the content the person was made of. It is through that stages that you say, oh, content wey dey metumi a manage.
Yes.
Baby a metumi a painting in black, me painting in black. Baby a ye blue, me ye white.
Content manager.
Content manager. You can create your own content when the vessel is moldable. We
I
all
love that word. It's moldable.
moldable.
You see, so whilst even you continue,
Yeah.
you've met someone that even if the person is wrong and you correct because it's a problem,
Yes.
you can't hold this
You
person.
can't hold this person. You know, one time a counselor came to our youth meeting, and then they were talking about dressing that day. And then he mentioned that anytime a man is wearing red, no shirt sauce green, shoe black, yellow top, it can tell you what the person is made of. Distorted. The person doesn't have a sense of organization.
Thank you.
So even the person's appearance, like now you say don't judge a book by its cover, but some books
They have to judge.
they have to
They
judge
give you
it
a cue
they-
as to who the person.
who the person is. That is, it's not wrong to want a good and a beautiful thing, but is it moldable into the shape that I want it to be? In the relationship before premarital, you get to know all that. If you tell him, oh, maybe I will share with you,
That gives you a sense.
Yeah.
Of
that gives you a sense of what you are going
Yeah,
in
the
for.
content.
The content. This person doesn't want to be molded, but someone, when you say it now, oh sir, and they may share, you know, the person is willing to suit what you told God you want. So at the end of the day, it is you. The choice you make. You present to God, God, this is what I have brought to. Help me. During the processes, you get to know everything unless you choose to overlook them.
Yes.
And the moment you try overlooking them, be prepared.
bear the consequences.
Consequences.
The consequences are not spiritual, they are physical. Sometimes we want to say that the devil is this, the devil is that. You chose it. Don't paint somebody black and expect you to get
Green.
green or white results. What input and output?
Garbage in, garbage out.
Whatever you bring in, the person is bringing same. The energies, sometimes you are feeling the thing here. You are here. If the person is also here, the two of you will vibe together. Don't be expecting the thing here and you feel it down there and you think it is okay. It's not. You have to be smart enough to read. Finances, you will know. The moment the person that refuses to tell you their salary, and the moment the person doesn't want you to talk about cash flow, there is a difference between salary and that cash flow.
Yes.
Cash flow is a big deal for me. Because aside you earning your salary, what brings us the cash flow? Because your salary may be stagnant for over the years. And then if we don't have any cash flow, imagine we start having kids. Or maybe we want a bigger apartment. Or maybe my phone gets spoiled within the shortest period, I need a new phone. Or I need something valuable, or maternity, or I'm going to maybe traveling. Those things come in, and emergencies like that come. We don't have any form of cash flow. And then who are we going to fall on? That is when you see that those finances, they bring petty issues. And the petty issues,
bigger issues.
Yes, if they lead to bigger issues. So you need to work it out, mold it, make yourself moldable if you love the person. But don't let it be in sheswo. Don't let it be say nipa ne shell. Say become what I want you to be.
Yeah.
Don't
You
ignore
must accept
yourself.
that you need help.
You need help to be
That you
helped.
want to get better.
Yes.
Not that you are being forced.
Forced to do it. The moment you see the force pair, you should start thinking.
So what it means that we are agreeing that God doesn't choose partners.
No, God doesn't.
No.
God doesn't choose.
You choose.
Everybody
God doesn't
agrees.
choose.
You
Okay.
choose.
So you choose
And
and
you
then
present it.
you bear the consequences, whatever there is. So there are people who go and pray about their partners. What are they praying about? Like you say, pray about. What are you praying about?
Okay, me saying pray about it, there are times that you meet someone that nothing strikes you that, okay, I need to pay attention to this person. Let me use social media. There are some people who meet their partners on social media. There's sometimes a high can lead to marriage. Some people too can chat you for years. It will never lead to marriage.
Yeah.
Let's use Moses Bliss. It was just a dance. That was
And
it.
it's that.
You understand? So I would say that you pray about it and ask God for some signs to see. Let me tell you. I didn't want to go there, but let me go there.
Don't go there.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay, I won't go there. You meet someone and you feel there is a connection.
Yeah.
There is a connection. There are some people you meet and there's no connection.
ECG.
So it is God communicating to you.
It's God communicating to you. See, I hear voices. I am a born again Christian. When I go to the market, spirit of discernment shows me where I'm supposed to buy.
So how much more marriage?
And so what about marriage? I've prayed into it. That, okay, Father, this one didn't work. And as I'm going into a new one, that one I just chose and I said, no matter what, that's what I want. I saw the red flags, I saw everything. I said, I want it. But right now, I'm praying about it because I don't want to make mistakes I made in the past. I'm speaking from experience. So I pray about it, God. I want to see signs that this person is the person I need to spend the rest of my life with. You see, you meet the person and you present it to God. That, Father, it's just friendship. Hello, hi. Hello, hi. Hello, hi. The person has not proposed to you. But as a woman, you can see the signs that this is someone who is interested in me. There are some chats that you can even have on your phone with someone. That shows that, okay, this person or maybe I will say, yes, we are single, but it's finding difficult to ask. You understand? So you can see it. So you pray about it that, oh God, I want a sign. Just something to know that this is the person I need to spend the rest of my life with. It's a lifetime decision. You are not coming out of it. And it's only God that can help you make that decision. That is why I'm saying that you should lead it to. You have to pray about it and invite God into it, that God, let me see a sign that will show that this is the person I need to be with. And you will see the signs.
And as we were talking, something just dropped.
Yes.
Right? So in line with praying for partner, you should pray that God should reveal something about the person
Yes.
which otherwise you wouldn't have known. And if you had gone ahead to marry the person and found out, you would have regretted or have had to come out of the marriage. So I believe that that should be one of the key prayers you should pray, and that not God should open your eye to see your partner. Because as we are agreeing
It
here,
will not come from heaven.
God doesn't choose partners for us. I think apart
You
from
go and dream
when
about
God
somebody's
had to,
husband.
God had to choose necessarily create a partner or make a partner for Adam. Make a partner for Adam, and we know what happened. It didn't really go.
God said the woman.
So
The woman
don't think that God would. Don't think that God
Yes.
would choose a partner for you, so that when it doesn't go, you come and say God chose for you.
Yes.
God would lead you, give you the signs, and by the spirit of discernment, if you're a Christian, you have the liberty, or you have the luxury of exploring the gift of discernment, so that you'll be able to tell whether this person is somebody you can live with once you like them.
Yes.
Can we talk about other things you will see in the person? I think the issue of red flags kept flashing through the conversation.
Yeah.
There's an episode, so check out our YouTube page, Khariz TV. There's an episode that talks about red flags, all the red flags that you need to know and discover about your partner, the things that you see in them that you can afford to live with. Okay.
There is this one I want to talk point on, like coping mechanism. Your ability to cope in times where you have crisis. Coping with a man or coping with a partner, it could be a male and both ways. It's not easy. There are times the person will wear their dresses, and when they get to the hall, they will just drop everything in the hall and go to the bedroom. They are going to sleep. They will leave it there.
But in this case, you are not married to the person.
No, I'm saying that whilst going through the premarital, you should have that at the back of your mind.
That will happen.
It will happen. And then I'm citing an example.
Okay.
That you go, assuming you go to, let's say you go to the person's house and then you meet the environment in a particular way. That should tell you a whole lot. That is how come some years back they said some people will go to some house to go and check the room, check certain things
The family, yeah.
before. Those things used to help in that generation. Unfortunately for us in our generation, nobody goes to any house to go and check what. They will assume you saw it and you liked it. But you going into your beloved or your fiance's house or home, once in a while you visit, and then you go to meet his shoes somewhere, he saws his boxes somewhere. It should tell you how disorganized the person is. Sometimes the person may not have time, so most of the time go there on weekends or Sundays after church. That one, you might have seen that Saturday he was home, he could have arranged the place. I think this thing is pinching some people. If you see those things, start teaching him how to organize himself, because it's an issue. It's tiring. Because you can't be doing it every day. When you come back from work, both of you are from work, and then you see that the person's box, well, you need a shirt, throw it here, the shoes are there. You have to be carrying them. I have had that experience before. It's not easy. It's so
you have to
tiring.
expect it.
You have to.
And psych yourself
Yes.
to deal with it.
And that thing about the expectations, don't go into it. When you are premarital counseling, don't go into marriage with too many expectations.
Thank you.
Is it okay? You finish.
If not, you will go crazy.
Disappointed, happy.
Too many expectations.
Too many expectations.
But there should be an expectation.
Even expectations, flow with the moment before you start having expectations. If not, you will end up coiling yourself in, because what you expect you didn't see. So what you also want to bring to the table, you withdraw. Because too much expectations is doing some damages.
You expect that he has to know that.
He has to know.
He must do the.
You have to
and he's not doing
communicate
that. I'm
it.
watching.
You
One
he
week,
has to
2 months, I'm
communicate
watching.
it. Sometimes the men don't know. You have to communicate it to them. But if you are expecting too much, say where they be expecting, say where they say what men can do, women can do. What women can do, men can do. You go to work, he's home, so you expect him to cook for you. You sleep hungry.
Maybe that's how your father did it to your mother.
Don't expect it. Don't expect your partner to always think, to always know what you expect him to do. Sometimes they don't know.
Well, don't go into marriage with so much expectation, but there should be an expectation.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not just
reasonable expectation.
Yeah, reasonable expectation. And I think one thing that we are not talking about is compatibility. Compatibility.
That's one. Is it pen drive and laptop?
Like, you wouldn't want to get married to somebody you are not compatible with.
What is compatibility?
Somebody you can vibe with, somebody you can flow. You see, people get married and you go and meet the two of them there. They can't even chat. Like, they can't play
They
together.
lack communication skills.
No, it's not about lacking.
It's
not about lacking.
Like a teacher and a student or something like that.
That word, compatibility, is something that is an issue in the whole
Like,
world.
you are already in the relationship, so you are always quarreling. What makes you think you can even stay married? People, you vibe with your bestie, but you cannot vibe with your girlfriend. Why are you even getting married to her in the first place?
You love her.
You love her, like, how?
I'm in love.
No, you see, you cannot get married to someone you can't. It's not about communication. No. Communication there is what? Communication is maybe being able to tell you how I feel, or being able to tell you.
But do you know
things.
that compatibility has to do with even how you solve issues within yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, but you see,
even whether your beliefs align.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah,
whether your
about
beliefs
alignment, I agree.
That one too is part of compatibility.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that this should be somebody that you can play with. This should be somebody that
social
you
intimacy.
know that if there are some people that if you tell them that training TV or
you take it
personal. There are some people that
your
you even
husband, they are calling,
training TV.
Because they are from a typical African home.
So you should know who you are and like know if this person you can really stay with it. Because some people are so rigid, like so stiff. Almost some who they are. Yeah, there are women there that they can also who they are. There are some women who are also rigid and stiff like that. They also don't like.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also like that.
So
if
if you are
the playful type and want to get them along.
And it's difficult trying to get people like that along. Yeah. See, it's difficult. And when you were talking about trying to mold somebody, I think that we want to mold, but you see, you don't want to change someone to suit who you want the person to be. If not, they will even lose themselves. Okay, now you are with someone and you are with someone who only does what you want. How would they even grow? They lose. They don't even know themselves anymore. So I think that there are areas that we can say that in these areas maybe when it comes to dressing or certain things.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but there are people who really want to change
how they are.
Yes, how they are. So you don't want to change your partner so much. No, at least let them be themselves. There's some things that we can touch on and one
There are two things I want us to talk about in wrapping up. The first one has got to do with whether the family of your partner is a family you want to enter into. There are some families that when you go, am I hinting something? There's some families that you can tell that they don't like you. They've shown you every sign, but the partner is telling you that you are the one I'm marrying, so forget about it. I mean, should you worry about whether the family of your partner are welcoming, and even what the family itself is and what they stand for and all that?
I think that if you are entering into a marriage and the man's family or the woman's family doesn't like you, please
back off.
If you are able to see, some people don't see, they enter into it before they realize that the family, but my dear, if you are able to see, if you are fortunate, because if your partner's family like you and two of you have a problem, they are always backing you. It's not that even when you are wrong, they are backing you, but they have a way.
They want you, like, yeah.
They have a way of making you feel like we are with you, you know. But Charlie, they don't like you, even if you are right.
You are wrong.
You are wrong. See, there is nothing. Give me your problem again. See, there is nothing that you will do that, man dear, run for your life, because you'll be there, they will bring another woman.
Not
like
only that.
they don't like you. Nothing. There is nothing you do that they appreciate. You can buy them the world. So if you are fortunate enough to see it before the marriage, before the wedding, please run. Run for your life.
What about the ones that pretend they like you?
Oh, that one is dangerous.
No, because
that's why I said if you are fortunate enough. So if you are not fortunate enough to see it and now you have entered the marriage, and after entering the marriage you realize that they don't like you, stay in your lane. Like, respect yourself. Stay in your lane.
It's not about praying.
Then I would say that likewise, you meet someone and you love the person. Your partner understands you. You prayed about it. The spec that you want, you've gotten it inside the person. But the family, maybe one or two people, are showing this likeness for you. Let me tell you, when you have like just one male son in a family and siblings like 3, you should understand that the siblings, the sisters will not like you because you are taking their brother away. And whatever they have with their brother will reduce.
That's one.
A woman that suffers as a single mother to take care of the son will have problem with you, the wife, always.
No, but
because she feels that it's normal.
It is not supposed
she
to be
feels
so.
that she took care of the boy, the man. It's me. I need to get it right before the wife.
Right.
So they'll be jealous for no reasons. But let me see, if your man is able to stand firm in spite of whoever is misbehaving, be it the mother or the siblings towards you, and you realize that always the one is defending you and has not given up on you, my dear, I would say that go for it. Let's say that about 80%. No, every family, my dear, you get an auntie that doesn't like
It's
you.
true.
Or you get a mother-in-law who doesn't like you. Or you meet a sister-in-law who doesn't like you. Normal. You understand? But what I'm saying here is that yes, they've shown some dislikeness for you. You've seen it with 2 of the people. You need to analyze and know that they're normal because he's the only son. He's the firstborn. You pray about it.
Folks,
I'm telling you, no.
Peace of mind in marriage.
You can have your peace of mind.
And
my
sanity.
dear,
And
you can have your peace of mind.
And sanity.
When you are happy in your home, let me tell you that no.
Peace of mind is not something that you can trade with.
Not at all.
When it comes to marriage,
I disagree.
This one is very crucial.
No, I disagree with you.
Look,
Can I make my
Folks,
point? Can I make my
Let's-
point?
Let me now.
Okay,
Let me
like-
finish before.
Since
Let me
you-
finish.
finish.
See, the man is what you have prayed for.
Oh, please.
Listen to me, my dear.
Alright.
Let me finish. Let me conclude. The man is what you have prayed for. Everything about him, you've not seen any red flag. He's not the problem. He will defend you at any point when it comes to whoever doesn't like you in his family. And you are saying that because of the two people, that you are going to build your home with the man. You understand me? It's when the man carries you or send your issue to them that yes, I'm happy you did. It hurts me that you disagreed and I still went along with it. This is what she's doing to me. That is when they'll continue disliking you. But see, the man, whatever the man wants in a wife, you are doing it. He's happy with you. But only the mother and the sister, one that doesn't like you. The brothers like you, and you say because of these people not liking you,
Folks,
you don't want to take.
Let's
No,
hear
my
that.
dear.
Let's hear that.
I have been in a position whereby I thought the mother was a god, and that one, the mother was the one that the issues were coming from the mother. I know people who they pretend they liked her. When she leaves, don't mind her. I'll marry one. You have to get another wife because this woman, there, and all that. But outwardly, when they see the woman, it's a different thing. But when the mother is with the son, it's a different thing altogether. Is this what you want? Hypocrisy. They pretend they like you, but behind you, they don't like you.
I mean,
And the
nobody
mother will
wants
show you the
hypocrisy.
teeth that, okay, I don't like you. What is it about you they don't like?
Folks,
I mean,
thank God.
The prayer points you were talking about, it can cover this too.
That's it.
Said
God
it.
should reveal to you whether the family is welcoming, the family loves you genuinely.
Thank you.
So apart from the man himself, you should also pray.
See, if you are entering into marriage and some auntie doesn't like you, that one is not really a bother.
Mother-in-law, father-in-law.
See, your husband's mother, you think your husband would want to be fighting his mother
for
Every
you.
time.
for you every time?
For how long?
Like, there are some things that you don't even want to.
What is he fighting with you about? What is it?
Folks,
Is it
You
that you're
don't
not
even
pretty
know.
enough
You don't
and
even
you're
know.
not
See,
hardworking?
you don't even know why they don't like you.
It's just-
But see, you don't want to
Sometimes
go.
your
You don't want
no,
to.
sometimes the anointing you carry intimidates their demons.
but you
I don't
So
want
that
to
means that
intimidate
they-
anybody's
that means
demon.
they went
I don't
against
want
you.
to.
It's not
I
you.
see.
You want to know it's your anointing.
You
Folks,
you
this
you
issue
wouldn't.
is crucial.
This thing, mother-in-law doesn't like you.
Sister-in-law.
Father-in-law doesn't like you. Sisters-in-law, brothers-in-law, like these people, they are different from some uncle
But
and some auntie.
I said something. No, I said, what did I say?
If
I
the
didn't
man
say
supports
father-in-law
you- a few.
and mother-in-law.
One-
I said few.
one or two.
Didn't
But
I?
they are
One or
major,
two,
one-
Master,
mother-in-law,
mother-in-law.
father-in-law,
No,
they are
I'm not
major-
talking about
they are
all
major
of them.
players.
See,
I'm
They are
saying that
major
this
even if it's just the
sister-in-law, even if it is sister-in-law, bakupe.
It
Folks,
is your husband that will give you
How
the right.
many-
the husband,
Listen, that is what
how
I'm
many
saying.
African men
the
are
husband,
able to
have a lot
stand
of
up
them.
to
and they
their
have
a
their
lot of
family for their
I
women.
know people who will stand by
How
their wife
many?
no matter
But-
what.
but- but-
How
but-
many? We are not
Oh,
disputing
I'm saying
it.
that
How many do
plenty
that?
of them.
No.
You see,
We are
I
not
don't know,
disputing
plenty.
it. Oh. But look,
Ah.
let me say this one. When Lillian's issue in here, it has to do with you having peace in your home.
peace in your
And
home.
I'm telling you,
Folks,
peace comes from your
and
husband.
even goes
Your
to
husband will stand
your
and
husband
defend you no
is
matter what.
defending you, but
Okay,
when
yeah.
you go to family gatherings, it's
Which
your
family
husband.
gathering?
There are family
Exactly.
gatherings.
That
And
you need to
even
be
giving
there.
birth to your
It's when
children
they
because
lose
they
someone in
dislike
the
you. They
family,
dislike
then
your
they call you
children
for
too.
gathering. No. When do they call for family gathering? This current
Can I
settings
say
that
something?
we
Can I
find
say
ourselves.
something? I've
Oh,
not
no,
said much on
please.
this topic. You know,
No, please listen.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that
let me share my.
if the man truly loves you, respects you, defends you, and is always there for you, will not allow the siblings and the mother to attack you or do whatever to
For
you.
how long?
You are getting. So are you saying that you didn't know when you venture into it and it happens, or they pretended they liked you
That
You are
one you
married, then
didn't
you
know.
have to divorce
You
because
didn't
you don't
know.
like
No,
you.
she said
No, we're
if
talking
you
about
are
before.
I said
fortunate
if you
to
are
get that
before,
you
cry,
know
before you say
cry,
I
before,
do,
cry,
and you find
before.
out
Folks,
should
the
We
family of
all
your
need-
there are some women
Can I choose your
who
battles
are
wisely?
married
Yeah.
to their
Choose your
husbands.
battles wisely.
Let me
the
tell
father
you,
of your
there are some
children
battles you don't want to
women
fight.
who are married to their sons because they feel that spiritually, because they feel that me kuhu yache. Eti me bana no ye mi bibia eti all those. So are you going to allow your man because of that? Say the man mean coffee
And
yes I
then
want.
So,
Eye ne
what you say
busia
is that
for
the only
me.
man?
But can't you
only
fight
man?
that?
Some
Oh.
prayers.
Is it the only man?
Listen, folks,
Is it the
listen,
only man?
choose your battles
Choose your battles
wisely.
wisely. See,
Sure, some battles you been fighting that your entire
Mami
life.
can check the
Let me-
musu na
let me-
nyame
let me-
keche.
let me-
No,
let
me-
if they are
me-
musu.
Let me.
So
Let's
you
allow
God is
him.
going to deliver the man.
let's allow you make his point.
I don't like the way it's too and what against me.
So, no,
Let me tell you. No, listen,
point.
I'm saying that. Don't allow your man.
Okay, the point is made.
No, I've made it. I want to
Okay, maybe
stress
again.
on it. I want to stress on it.
Look into your camera
Don't
and
no,
stress
look here. I'm watching you. See, don't allow your man to go through that alone. Let me tell you, when it comes to marriage, before
go
marriage,
through what alone?
yes, I'm saying that spiritual. You've met a man that has been single for a long time. Every woman that comes his way, let me tell you, my dear, every woman that comes his way is not able to stay because the mother is this or the sister is like
Does it mean
that.
that I should have
So
it?
you are the same.
I'm not the same.
But don't you know that?
Are
Don't
you
you know
like
that?
that?
It's true, someone.
So,
Let me tell you
So
something.
that means the man would have told the woman that.
Yes.
You
Oh,
know.
but I don't think that's the more.
Alright,
No, it's not
this
Jimmy
one
Asemo. No.
not you.
It's not
Send
Jimmy
it, see,
Asemo.
if you are going
And
to
then
marry
Jimmy
them.
Asemo. Obiara ni de nyame fa ne so save you obi.
Folks, Mami can be
No,
it's not me that
experience.
Listen.
Save yourself. You see,
Save what
before
self.
you bring another woman,
Move
when
the
you know,
soft ones.
folks, wait.
You want the soft
Folks, wait.
ones.
No.
When you know,
We are not saying we want the soft one.
nobody is saying they want
But
the soft one.
listen, me, I have this one as a very personal experience. When I was going to get married, my mother didn't want me to marry my husband because my sister-in-laws didn't like me. Folks, my sister-in-law, so not my mother-in-law, not my father-in-law.
But you are happy now.
That's what she said.
I am happy.
Because your husband will always defend you.
But me, I fear for my kids because my children are theirs.
Yeah.
So, in choosing the father of your children, choose it wisely and choose your battles wisely. If
Choose your battles wisely.
who did I
The
say
mother
a
of
baby?
your children.
See,
So-
you are.
Hey.
Okay, this is
You
what
have
I
to make
wanted
a
to say.
point.
So it's not a one size fits all.
Yes.
Yes.
When you find that your partner, maybe your husband to be or your wife to be, the family don't like you, and you have seen it, you have the choice of deciding that okay, I still want to go.
Yeah.
Or
And the better consequences thereof.
exactly, and bear the consequences.
Anything that
Or
comes.
I want to
Anything.
opt out.
That it.
When you opt out and it was a bad decision, you bear the consequence. When you stay in and it works or it doesn't work, you bear the consequence.
We
So that's
not
what I want to
fix it
say.
all.
We cannot say here that okay, when you see the signs that your family, that the family of your partner don't like you, you should just
There are
end it
some,
at-
you have to run.
So in
Sam,
there may be
Sam.
some situations that it may not apply.
That's
What
what
if
I'm
they
saying.
change later? You get it? So in either cases,
What if the person who show you love rather turn against you
or
after
maybe they
marriage?
die.
You see,
And sometimes the men,
But the point is that
when
we
they
should,
meet
we
their
should be ready
marriage,
to bear the
yes,
consequences.
yes.
certain
Either
things
ways.
changes.
see,
You
let's
see them
let's
siding
face
with their-
reality.
their
This
family.
is
I would
Africa.
recommend that if they don't like you,
This is
the mother
Africa.
in-law,
This
Hey.
is Ghana.
Run.
try it.
Whether we like it or not,
Hmm.
we value family.
Yes.
Okay, especially in Ghana, we value family.
Family
A
comes
man
first.
will hardly want to stand up against
his family. For a woman. Charlie, there are so many battles already to fight. Already, the devil is fighting marriages, Christian marriages especially, with so many things. You are in marriage, you are always praying to God. God, please, I'm praying for my children. Don't let them go wayward. I'm praying for my husband. Don't let him go away. Don't let him be a cheat. You want to go and fight family battles too. Like, you don't want to enter into marriage and now go and be praying that, oh God, let my mother-in-law like me. Let my Charlie.
Somebody who can pray that they should die.
What would you? You know, I know some people who say they would want to marry a man whose mother is passed on.
And you go and meet a sister.
You see, I pray that those of us who are young coming up would not want to torment our daughters-in-law in the future. Allow your child. Let them enjoy their marriages. Let them make the mistakes.
And learn.
Some mother-in-law, some sister-in-laws come into your home and they want to tell you how to run your home.
Yeah, so
they want to tell you, Charlie, even your son, I'm still dealing with your son, the one you raised.
I really wish that we dedicate a whole episode on dealing with in-laws.
Mother-in-laws.
The one you raised, Krano. I'm still
dealing with him.
He still has some things that I don't like.
He's still breastfeeding.
So, like, let's allow, I'm praying that those of us coming up, we would allow our daughters and our daughters-in-law to enjoy their marriages. Let us not interfere. Let them make the mistakes. Let them grow up. Let them make the mistakes and correct themselves.
No, I'll give you your final word.
So,
No,
Charlie, as for me, please wait, I haven't finished. As for me, I will recommend that. I can't force you, but I will recommend that if especially your mother-in-law, your father, I'm not saying all of them, even if it's just one of them, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your sisters-in-law, or your brothers-in-law, they show you are fortunate to see it before the marriage. Please save yourself that headache. Because you don't want to go into a marriage where today they are complaining about you to your husband. Tomorrow this person says you have done that. Tomorrow they say you have disrespected this person. Because nothing you do will satisfy them. It is only God that can give them a renewal of mind. If not, forget it. He is not the only man. He is not the only woman that you can stay married to. But if you don't see it before the marriage, if you don't see it, if they pretend they like you and you enter into the marriage and you realize that, oh, they don't like me, just know how to play your cards. You two pretend. Let us all pretend.
The truth is that it can be very dangerous. When you think about it, it can be very dangerous when somebody doesn't like you. You've come to marry their son or their daughter. They can even poison you.
Seriously?
They can do anything.
Are you staying with them?
They can orchestrate. They can send somebody. You don't know. If somebody hates you, if somebody hates you,
now friends are killing their friends.
We are not disputing that fact. It's the same way family is killing family.
So
friends are, even husbands are killing wives. Wives are killing husbands. That is why we say choose your battles wisely.
It's recommended that you take a
continue.
And
that is your perception. So keep it to yourself.
So we agree with what you are saying.
I want us to avert our minds to
We need to talk about the ordinance thing in the church.
Yes, I'm sure we have to do another episode because this episode has.
This episode,
we should
have an episode that will talk about in-laws.
Yes, I actually agree.
Did you hear that, Mr. Producer?
Yes.
In-laws is the very important topic.
In-laws, to talk about them. Do you have to
except your marriage foreplay, folks? That's your list you were making.
There was a couple who married, and then when they married, after a while, then the lady was asking the man, so why did you marry? Like, why? It is in the marriage that they were now finding
why
the reason they married each other. So before you say you do, one of the important things to answer or to find out is why you want to marry. Do you want to marry the person like some of us have said?
And why you chose that person?
Yeah, about looks. Why do you want to marry? Why do you want to marry? Yes, that particular person. Maybe why you want to marry first.
Yeah.
Okay, then that person. Did you marry so that you can have a source of income for your family.
Have a place to lay.
Some people are marrying for income.
Some
Some people are marrying for
If I tell you
property.
some of the reasons.
So you get it. And these are real reasons.
Yeah.
Someone just wants to marry to show to her friends that she too
She
has
too, she can marry.
She has murdered her wedding the way she did it.
She had the
decoration,
best wedding.
And she used 10 bridesmaids.
Bridesmaid.
She murdered her friend.
She had
That's
the
all
best
her reason.
success.
And she has finished though. She ends there now. She's going to have to face the reality of marriage or forever. So answer the question. Why you want to enter into the marriage? Why do you want to take that long walk with the person? Is it because you want to achieve a certain purpose? You think you are aligned by way of purpose for which you want to go along the aisle with this person? Ask yourself these genuine questions. Don't be blinded by, I love him, he gives me flowers, he has got me a house, he has got me a car. All these things, they are transient. In fact, they are ephemeral. They will vanish and they'll be there, and you will not realize that these are the things that misled you into thinking you love the person.
Yeah.
Because I know people who have mansions, who have lands, property, but are not happy in their marriages. In fact, they have children, they have all the money, they can wear anything they want to wear, but they are not happy.
They are suffering depression.
So please, let's answer the question, why do I want to marry this person? And that will guide us into whether we want to go along with the person. It's been great having you guys join this discussion on Before You Say You Do. I believe that there will be another episode where we'll look at, after you said that,
You say you give us final.
Of course, I'm coming to that.
Better.
So I would want to give my panelists, my fiery panelists, the last words. I'll start with them.
Yeah.
There are lots of things that we need to discuss. I will say this topic about in-laws, we have to discuss it again.
Please, director.
Yes, we have to discuss it again. Because I would like to say marriage is between, we have marriage between two people, two families, two people, two families, whatever it is. It's between two families. But I'm of the view that there are one, two people who don't like you. And the person have all the spec. And you've prayed about it and you've seen that this is what you have prayed for and you have seen it. It could be that the devil is using the mother-in-law, your mother-in-law to be. So if you allow the devil, it's your own problem. But I would say go for it. And with time, she will change.
Thank you very much.
I want you to go for counseling is very important. Don't be in a rush to get married. Marriage is a journey of no return. It's a decision you are making for yourself and your future. So please make sure that the person that you are choosing or you decided to spend the rest of your life with, you are not backing out. It's what you have prayed for. It's very important. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Folks.
I know what I said.
You see,
she was saying the opposite.
no, wait,
of
no, listen.
Folks.
Well, I'm going to say that, when we were talking, we talked about red flags. And funny enough, God is showing you red flags that don't enter. You see, you think that the red flag is only the man. It's not always only the man. God is showing you that this family, because in Africa, marriage is not about you, just the two of you. Like, especially during the wedding, the marriage is about the family even more than the two of you. It is only when you have finished the wedding that,
please don't go there.
Wait.
If you go
I am
there,
giving allow me.
Hey, folks.
Family comes in. There are some instances that even the couple don't even have the chance to even name their child. It is family. So God has shown you the red flag. You said, God, please give me a sign whether I should go on with this man or not. And then you went to the
And the
family
devil
house
show you,
and they showed you that.
and the devil show
And
you
the-
something.
Devil,
It's the devil that show you that thing. The devil showed you
The devil
that
showed
for
you
you
green
to
flag.
balance.
When you were saying yours, we
I
all
need
kept
to-
quiet.
And God being so good has shown you that your father-in-law or your mother-in-law doesn't like
Or
you.
your sister.
My dear brother, my dear sister, why do you want to?
Don't
Why do
pray
you want
about
to
it.
forgo that revelation that God has given you to still
God
go ahead?
reveals to redeem. So pray about
Well,
it.
in conclusion,
God reveals to redeem.
folks,
So
can I
pray.
please end? I will say that let's all be careful who we end up with in marriage, because they can make you or unmake you. You know, marriage is not something that you enter into and then just walk out like that. Even trying to get divorced
Like
is
a
more
washing.
stressful than trying to get married. So you want to be careful who you end up with. Look out for all the red flags. Know their temperament. Know what they can take, what they cannot take before you decide to end up with someone. And premarital counseling, very, very important. Do not get married without it. If you have counseling in the church, please pay for a professional counselor as well. Don't just do the church counseling and then leave it at that. After the church counseling, or even before the church counseling, pay for a professional counselor. Go through that counseling as well, and you'll be shocked some of the things you'll find out. Thank you.
very much.
Finally, it's my turn. I would center it to self-reflectiveness, knowing what you can take and what you can't take. Don't compromise. Make sure that you get value for what you are going in for. Value in every area of your life, as in emotions, everything that has got to do with marriage. Premarital counseling. Before you even get there, check yourselves. Check what you are going in for in every area, in the areas that we have all spoken about. And choose the father of your children wisely. Choose the mother of your children wisely. And choose the family that you are going to give those children wisely. It has a lot of impact and influence in your life. No matter who you are, it's always that. Have a name, and make sure your name has enough weight to throw off in-law issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All too soon. No, I'm not sure it's too soon because it's been so long. All right, we've come to the end of this episode of Before You Say I Do. I want to say that marriage is not a computer command that you undo in a click. So before you decide to go on that journey with a person, ensure that it is somebody you are going to go on forever with. Forever. There isn't a 5-year renewal, there isn't a 10-year renewal or a change of oil. You are going to go forever. Ensure that it is somebody you can go forever with. We are happy that you joined us through the discussion. It's been GOB3 show on Khariz podcast and Khariz TV. Stay tuned. We'll bring you another exciting episode. Until then, I have been your host, TN. God bless you. Stay tuned. Amen.